Hi, I'm Wendy Schuchart. I'm editor-in-chief of datacenternowledge.com, and I'm here live today in Washington, D.C. at Data Center World 2024. We are here at the Data Center Knowledge News Desk, and I'm here today with John Berenbrok. John is currently Senior Product Director at Starline, a company of Legrand, North and Central America. John, you're responsible for the global portfolio of data center products at Starline, including identifying opportunities for new technologies, products, and access to geographic markets. You have over 20 years of experience in various product development and leadership roles. Welcome to Data Center World today. I'm excited to get some time to talk to you about what you're doing right now.
Yeah, thanks so much, Wendy. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great to talk to you. So let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about everybody's talking about generative AI and just the AI power consumption here this week. What are your thoughts on how is AI changing the future of power distribution applications?
Yeah, AI is a buzz term that we're all hearing, and tactically it rolls out in terms of power to the rack. So Starline, we make track busway, we provide power down distribution to the rack. And so, interestingly enough, if you'd asked me this question a month ago or 2 months ago, I might give you a different answer because it's changing so rapidly. And I'll just give you an example. When we first heard about ChatGPT, the average power at the rack might have been 20 kilowatts. And then almost immediately after ChatGPT, and we talk about some of the GPUs that are driving AI, it went, to 40 kilowatts. Okay, it's a big jump,
Right,
and
double.
we've been at when we started this business, it was at 3 kilowatts. So we're on this exponential curve. And in this week specifically, I've heard 80, I've heard 100, I've heard 150. So where
Mhm.
is it going to stop? I don't know. But I do know that power is increasing, and we'll be here to help drive some really new and innovative solutions to help our customers, around some of those challenges.
So you talked about new and innovative solutions. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, certainly. So, along with the increased power, you have increased what we call incident energy, or which is fault currents and kind of a safety factor around any electrical equipment. So, the topology is changing just a little bit, and the fault currents are going up along with the energy. So we've created this what we're calling a remote electrical engagement tool, a remote plug-in actuator for long form actually. But so what it does is it allows you to step away from the arc flash radius and keep your operators in the data center safe, and that's really important to us.
Is faultiness with the radiator a common problem that DCs face?
So
This is more of a knowledge thing for me because I hadn't
yeah,
really thought of that.
right. So arc flash is a concern for all electrical installations, so
Sure.
data centers and non-data centers, right? And Starline has an impeccable record where it comes to arc flash, but we know where we started at 3 kilowatts per rack and low voltages is not
Oh,
where we
right.
are right now. So we're high voltages, higher fault currents, and so we're recognizing that with this remote electrical engagement tool where you can step outside of that arc flash radius and be safe and then engage our products into the busways.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not a superhero origin story. If you get hit with one of those, it's kind of
No, it's
more of a sad.
yeah, it's very scary, and
Yeah.
if you ever see any of those videos online,
They're terrifying.
They're terrifying, and so we're trying to address that, and with our product. So that's just one of the things that we're working on right now. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. In terms of thinking about, we all heard yesterday during the keynote speaker, I think it was Vlad from Omdia, was talking about how we would be exponentially growing to the point of probably like a 75% increase in the next 10 years in power consumption from AI. And I'm just wondering, do you see any other trends? If you, like you said, if we would have asked this question a month ago, it would have been different. 2 years ago, everybody was talking about metaverse. Now we're talking about AI. What are the trends that you're seeing kind of starting to emerge in the space, and I mean, I'm not asking you to make any crazy predictions that we're
Sure.
going to have you on tape, and come back to, but what are the trends that you're starting to see or little inklings?
Yeah. So Yeah, so along with the additional power, we're trying to figure out how we distribute that power effectively, of course. And so there's a little bit of a gap in some, and so we'll just call them standard connectors. So above 100 amps, it becomes a little bit of the Wild West. And so it's almost like we're going back to the beginning. And when we started, we're customizing things for different people. So I think that will continue as a trend. Safety will continue as a trend, of course,
Mm,
rightly so. And then I think the third part is sustainability. And so, we're really trying to be cognizant of our carbon footprint, and, doing things like product environmental profiles is important to us. And so we're developing those along with our new products, along with our current products. And, so when our customers come to us and they have their own requirements,
right.
we can say, here you go, here's the carbon footprint of our products, and you can look at it, and knowing what they are, we can start to reduce that impact on the environment.
Do you see, we've been talking a lot about sustainability at this conference this week, and it's on kind of on everybody's mind, and we're thinking about it from the entire product life cycle, and into the point where we're retiring hardware, and not just where we're getting our power from, but just the entire scope between water usage, et cetera. Do you see that the data center industry is doing those kind of sustainability metrics for more of a marketing appeal, or is this something that is because it's improving the bottom line in terms of the profit center? What do you think is really driving that, or are we all just green hippie tree huggers? Which I will be guilty. I am a tree hugger.
That's good. I think it's probably yes to all the answers or all the questions,
Hmm.
and I think that the big tech companies that are driving a lot of our space have a real interest in doing the right thing, and in reducing their carbon footprint and going to renewables. And I think that they drive that action through all of their tier one suppliers, tier two suppliers, and so we're doing the same thing with our suppliers. And so, kind of addressing that is foremost for us.
Excellent. Well, that is it's such an exciting time to be in the data center industry, and I'm really excited to hear more about what Starline is going to be bringing to the arena in the next 3 to 10 years. So I expect to hear really great things coming from you, John. Thank you so much for sitting with us today, and I hope that you have a really great conference for the rest of the conference. We're at about the midway point. Do you have anything that you're really excited about happening this week here at Data Center World?
I love hearing our customers' challenges, potential customers' challenges. That kind of what gets us out of bed. That's who we are. It's in our DNA. And so that's really my favorite thing, talking to people at our booth and trying to help them with what they're dealing with.
Do you ever feel kind of like an invisible superhero? Like we're solving the problems of so many people and nobody knows that we're doing it. We're just kind of like the Cape Crusader that's just fixing things in the background.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe I'll come with a cape next year.
can you? Can you do that? Well, thank you. It was great to talk to you today, and thank you all for joining us here with John Berenbrok from Legrand and via Starline.